Lawful rebellion, common law sort of stuff. All put your hands up now so I can see. Who hasn't heard anything about it? Cool. Right, there's a few, so we have to start the start. Right. The Law Society is basically enslaving everybody through a body of words. They've got their own language called legalese, where they put all their words. Which I said earlier, it sounds like English, but it's not. It's their language. It's a deception. And basically, within this language, you've got the words like the person is legally defined as a corporation. So when you're interacting with the constables and they say to you, what is your name? And you say to them, I'm Joe Bloggs, date of birth, and give them a signature, you're contracting with them, right? It's all about contract law and consent. Statute is legally defined as a legislated rule of society given the force of law by the consent of the governed. Who's the governed?
Us lot.
We are. So if we don't consent to a statute or an act, how does that rule apply to you?
It doesn't.
It can't. So then it's a trick game, a play of words, and how they treat you in court. Now games are played on a court, like tennis, where things go backwards and forwards. And that's how it is in a courtroom. They want things to go back, well they don't. They want you to foul your service. And when they serve to you with a question, like what is your name, you know what I mean? Then it's down to you to answer, like what is your name? Like who said they've never heard this stuff before? Okay, so as any one of you that have put your hands up, have you been to a courtroom? No. Okay, right, so like yourself, when they said to you, what is your first name?
I said Aaron.
You said?
Aaron.
Aaron. And what is your surname?
Bell.
And what is your date of birth?
1887.
Would you believe me if I told you right now that you've just lied to me 3 times? You can't work that one out right now, can you? Now, the name on the birth certificate is registered. The legal definition of register, which is once again in Black's Law dictionaries, is transfer of title ownership. So anything that you register in law, you've transferred the ownership of. So when you submit an application of registration, is the form, you're begging, submit, application means to beg and to know what you're begging for, and registration, transfer of title ownership, so you beg to give up ownership, right? Anybody here own a car? Have you registered the car? You have registered the car. The legal definition of register is transfer of title ownership.
To the DVLA.
You sure you own the car? They send you a form, the V5 document. It says you're the registered what at the top? Keeper. You've signed to give your car away to the DVLA. They now own it. They send you back a form saying you're the registered keeper.
Trust me.
Then you're liable because you've signed this form. You have to pay them tax and for using their car, and you have to follow all the rules of the Road Traffic Act. Otherwise they'll take your toy off you because you've been a naughty child.
Basically borrowing it.
Is it for the common good?
You didn't abide by the law of driving cars.
The law of the driving cars. Constable, can you step in a minute? We need a bit of assistance here. Alright, could you confirm or deny?
Honour your oath, officer.
Alright, he said no, he's happy to stay there, alright? So you're not going to move from there and have a little chat? Cool. Can we all move up there 5 places?
I'm in central London right now. At the protest, so yeah, I'm basically living in London now, man.
Deny, is there a law
It's the revolution.
of the road? Is that what you said?
I said that
St Paul's. Ring you back in a bit, I'm filming, I need to go.
People get killed on the road.
I'm totally with you,
So I
But
don't
she thinks there's a road law.
Where's she going?
The road traffic.
Stay and have your say.
That's alright. You always get people coming in and the truth does hurt. There's 3 stages of truth. So like, if it hurts, don't sit there and get angry with people. We've all been lied to, and it is a deception. And when people do find out that they've been lied to all their life, it can hurt. So basically, is there a law of the road? No. there's no law of the road. Thank you. Now basically it's the Road Traffic Act. It's an act of law. Acts of law come from statute. A statute is legally defined as a legislated rule of society. It's just a rule and it's not law. A society is defined as a group of people joined by mutual consent. So this society that they talk of, that the rules are bound to, is the law society. Has anybody consented to be part of the law society that they know about?
No.
No. So how can they apply these rules to you? What they do is they dress human beings, actual life sentient beings up in high-vis jackets, they give them radios and they give them an illusionary authority and a lot of Masonic symbolism. And that's what they're doing. They're working for the Crown. And the Crown is also a registered corporation,
Commonly known
trading
as
for
Don.
profit. They're also trading as another name. Does anybody know the other name they're trading as?
For what?
The Crown. The City of London.
City of London.
The City of London is the Crown. They're both registered corporations trading as each other.
Same as the UK.
The UK, it's not the Crown, no.
If it's a corporation.
Yeah, the United Kingdom is not a collective of countries. It's a corporation trading for profit. And it's basically the Crown is the banking district. So when they're enforcing the statutes and acts, they're enforcing them for the banks. So if they were honouring their oath, which is to protect people, keep our rights intact, and uphold the law of the land, not statutes and acts. They are only there for commerce. Has anybody got any questions at this point? Okay, now, so you're all up to speed?
Yeah.
Right. Now then, with the situation with this place, the St Paul.